You have been taught that staying quiet keeps your vibration high, that agreeing when you disagree, smiling when you're hurt, is what protects your peace. Today, we test that belief directly, right here, and what breaks first is not your peace, it is the myth itself, not the peace. Yesterday, we named the Hermetic Law that protects you when everyone stands against you, the law of holding steady while the world pushes back. Today, we go one layer deeper into what actually happens inside your nervous system and your signal, the instant you go quiet, just to keep that fragile, borrowed protection intact. Here is the reality nobody explained to you. Vibration is not calm on the outside. Vibration is coherence between what you actually feel and what you allow yourself to say out loud. And the moment those two things split apart, your signal does not stay high. It fractures, quietly, every single time it happens. Watch what actually happens to the frequency itself, in real time, right now. When the thought says one thing and the mouth says another, the tone breaks, scatters, goes thin, loses its carry, and it only clears, it only rings full and far, the instant the inside and the outside finally fully agree. If you have ever gone quiet in a room full of people who were wrong, agreed with something that cost you something real, and called it keeping the peace, you already know this exact feeling, because the peace never actually came. Something in you simply went dim instead, and quietly stayed that way for years. Modern manifestation teaches you half of this law. Stay positive, avoid conflict, protect your energy at all costs, they repeat, as if silence itself were somehow sacred and safe. But the Hermeticists taught the whole system, and silence was never the sacred part of it. Coherence, quietly, always was, and never actually was. The Hermeticists called this the principle of vibration. Nothing rests, nothing is ever still, everything moves, everything vibrates thought, feeling, and matter, differing only in their rate of motion. And it is incoherence, not disagreement, that slows that rate down to almost nothing at all, over and over, every time, without fail. Before this ends, you will understand exactly why staying peaceful, by silencing your truth, has been quietly working against every manifestation you have ever tried to hold in mind, and exactly what to do instead, starting with the very next disagreement you actually face today, not eventually, tonight. Stay with me. This changes how you see all of it, every room you have shrunk in, every truth you have swallowed, to keep things smooth and comfortable for someone else. There is a guide waiting in the stillness ahead, holding a frequency that never once apologized for being true. Picture a tuning fork struck clean. It rings, it carries, it fills an entire room without any effort at all. Now picture that same fork touched mid-ring, dampened by a single finger, that muted hum, not the silence, not the noise, is what happens inside you every single time you swallow your truth. That is the principle of vibration at work beneath the surface, and it explains something modern manifestation never quite gets right. You were not taught that peace is a feeling. You were taught that peace is an action, the action of agreeing, even when your whole body was quietly, insistently saying no. But by vibration, thought, feeling, and matter differ only in rate, and your rate does not rise because a room happened to stay quiet. It rises the instant what you feel and what you actually express finally move at the same speed, in the same direction, together, without any gap between them at all. Read that sentence again. Here is the mechanism, stated plainly and simply. Your nervous system has a setting neuroscientists call the fawn response, a state where the body appears calm on the surface while quietly staying braced underneath, agreeing outwardly just to avoid a threat it never actually let itself fully resolve every single day quietly. That braced, agreeable calm feels safe because it avoids conflict in the moment it is needed most. But physiologically, it is not the relaxed, expansive state your body needs to hold a clear, magnetic signal. It is only a held breath, wearing the mask of peace and quietly calling itself stillness. By correspondence, as within, so without, an outer life full of people who quietly override your wishes is not simply bad luck. It is a precise mirror of an inner life where you already override yourself first, long before anyone else ever even gets the chance to, without a single exception. This is the fragment modern manifestation handed you. Stay positive, keep the peace, protect your energy from all friction, no exceptions. This is the whole system the Hermeticists actually taught. Protect your coherence instead, and let your true note ring calmly, even straight through the friction, starting today, deliberately. Neuroscientists call this autonomic nervous system regulation, the shift out of that braced fawning state into one where the body finally, fully exhales. The Hermeticists simply called it releasing the string, and either way, the note only rings once the hand actually lets go of it completely, not the tension itself. So the fragment insists that silence protects your frequency and keeps it safe from harm. The whole system reveals that silence is exactly what mutes it. Scene after scene, room after room, conversation after conversation, until you nearly forget your own true pitch even exists underneath all of it, underneath all of the noise. We are halfway through, and this next part is the one most people skip, because it asks you to feel the actual difference between real peace and quiet performance. So tonight, find one place where you agreed out loud but disagreed inside, and simply name, to yourself only, what was actually true. Now let's put this to work. Come into this with me, right now, completely. Let your nervous system finally remember what an unmuted, honest note actually feels like, before we say a single word of it out loud together, in the space that comes next. Nothing performed, nothing rushed. Come into stillness with me, right where you are, exactly as you are. Feel your breath settle. Feel your shoulders release. Feel the floor holding you exactly as you are, without needing to explain or defend yourself to anyone in this particular moment. Right now, nothing to prove here. I am not performing calm in this moment, and I do not need to. I am actually still, actually here, actually breathing, without bracing myself for anyone's reaction to what I am about to feel next, right now, in this exact space, without needing to check if that is allowed. In this stillness, there is no audience left to please, and no one watching how I hold myself. No room to soften myself for. No version of me that needs to shrink smaller just to be acceptable in this particular space, right now. And no one grading how still I manage to be. I release the belief that my silence was ever protecting my peace, or keeping me safe from anything real. Not truly, not ever. It was only postponing the true cost, quietly charging interest on every unspoken truth I kept swallowing, instead of speaking it out loud, ever again, starting today. I confess the old pattern plainly, without shame, and without excuse for it anymore. I learned to read a room faster than I learned to trust my own frequency inside it. That pattern kept me safe once. It does not serve the signal I am building now, today, starting from this exact breath. Old degree, agree first, feel later, hope no one in the room notices the gap between them. New degree, feel first, and let my agreement, or my honest no, come from that exact same true place inside me, every single time, without exception, no matter which room I am standing in. I hold this as identity now, not information to remember later. I am an individualized portion of the mind of the all, and my truth is not a disturbance in a room. It is my signal, doing exactly what a signal is meant to do every single time, without fail. I am the person who used to shrink to be liked in almost every room I entered. I am becoming the person who stands calmly and lets being liked become optional instead of required, starting today, right now, in this exact stillness, and I welcome that becoming, slowly. Feel this identity settling into your chest, into your spine, into your whole body, slowly. Feel it settle into the exact way you hold your own shoulders the next time a whole room quietly disagrees with you, and you stay standing anyway, calmly, without flinching, every single time it happens. I no longer need a room's approval to confirm that my note is true or worth speaking. Approval was always optional here. Coherence, quietly, was always the actual requirement I was looking for the whole time, without ever fully knowing it, even when I once believed otherwise. Know this, the version of you who stopped editing itself is not reckless, and it never was. It is simply, finally, in tune with what it already was underneath the performance, all along, this entire time, waiting quietly to be released, and it was worth the wait to find it. I hold this in relationships specifically, in the closest rooms, the ones with the highest stakes. Correspondence means the way people treat me is a direct readout of the inner boundary I already hold, or quietly abandon, before they ever say a single word to me, long before any words are spoken. I release the relationships that only worked because I stayed muted inside them, for years, without even noticing. Some will adjust to my true note, and some, honestly, were only ever built around my silence in the first place, and that is allowed to be true, and that truth is allowed to stand. I choose to let one honest sentence cost me a moment of discomfort now, in this one conversation, instead of costing me my own frequency for years, quietly, inside a relationship that was only ever built on my constant, exhausting agreement, and I already know it is worth it. Say this with me, even here, quietly, before the formal declarations arrive later in this teaching, before the room gets loud. My closeness with anyone was never actually meant to require my own complete disappearance from the room we share. Not ever, not for anyone, not even for peace. Feel how a relationship built honestly around your true note can actually hold far more weight, not less. Far more weight than one that only survived this long on your careful, exhausting silence, instead quietly wearing you down, year after year, especially the ones that matter most to me. I hold this in the rooms where I work, and in the meetings I have shown up to, the meeting I stayed quiet in, the message I softened until it said almost nothing, was never actually protecting my career. It was quietly leaking my frequency, one agreement at a time, every single time, without exception. I released the version of me that mistook being agreeable for being valuable in every room I entered. My value was never actually located in disappearing smoothly into every single space I occupied at any cost to myself ever again, no matter how convenient that mistake once felt. I declare that my voice, spoken calmly, without needing to win the room or the argument, is worth more to any space I enter than my silence ever was, no matter how comfortable that silence used to feel in the moment, or how safe it seemed. And I mean this fully, without hesitation. Know this: the next time your honest answer costs you a moment of tension in a meeting or a hard conversation, that tension is not a warning sign. It is simply your true note, landing in a room that was built for the muted one instead, not for one more day. Let this sink in. I hold this in money and opportunity now, in every offer I have quietly accepted without question. A muted signal, by correspondence, attracts muted, compromised outcomes, offers I quietly accept because asking for more once felt like far too much friction to risk, far more often than I once realized. I release the belief that staying small, staying agreeable, staying easy to work with was ever truly the path to more. It was only ever the path to less friction, and quietly, far less frequency, spread out over years I cannot get back, and I am done paying that price quietly. I choose the cause today, and I name it plainly, without shrinking from the sound of my own voice. I name my actual price, my actual terms, my actual worth, and I let the frequency of that clarity, not the noise of negotiation, quietly do the attracting instead, plainly, without hedging. Feel how a clear, unmuted signal does not need to chase opportunity at all, ever in any room. It simply rings, and by the principle of vibration, whatever matches its rate is what finally moves toward it instead on its own, without force, without a single ounce of chasing involved. I am the cause, my life is the effect, and I choose which cause I plant today, deliberately. In my identity, in my relationships, in my work, and in what I finally, fully allow myself to receive without apology, starting today, deliberately, and without apology to anyone. Come into this fully now, with everything you have felt and named across this entire stillness together. Everything you have released, everything you have chosen, is about to become a sentence you speak aloud and mean completely, with your whole steady frequency standing behind it, and I am ready now. Say this with me, slowly, and mean every single word of it as you say it. I am an individualized portion of the mind of the All, and my truth is not a disturbance, it is my signal, doing exactly what it was always meant to do, and I am ready for exactly that. My vibration is not the absence of conflict in a room, and it never needed to be. It is the presence of coherence between what I feel and what I finally allow myself to say out loud without flinching from the sound of it, because that was always the deeper truth of it. I no longer mute my note just to keep other people comfortable in any room, at any cost to myself, in a silence that was only ever costing me, quietly, every single day of my life, without my full permission or my full awareness, and I refuse that quiet cost now. What I hold as true within, I now allow to sound clearly without, in every room I stand in, without shrinking it first, calmly, steadily, without needing anyone's permission or apology to let it ring exactly as it actually is, and I trust that ringing completely, fully, without reservation. I am the cause of my own frequency, completely, in every area of this one life. Silence was never actually my safety alignment. Quiet and unshakable, always was, and always will be, from this exact moment forward without question, no matter what any room decides to think of it. I stand firm, I stay calm, and I let both of those things be true at once, together. My signal carries further than my fear ever did, because I am made of the same mind that holds the whole universe steady, and so am I, now and from here on, and I already feel it. This is why standing in your truth was never about being right. It was always about letting your one true note finally ring, starting in the very next room you enter today. Do not just hear this, inscribe it. Type "I am" in the comments to anchor this cause into the physical matrix today, and share this with someone who is ready to remember who they are. Subscribe. A new law, a new key arrives every day. You are mind. You have always been mind, and mind was never meant to stay quiet.